July 5th, no weapons.
Doggo of the day is
This guy.
Yeah!
Thou shalt not kill. Exodus chapter 20, verse 13. Is there a time when it isn't right to kill? What about in time of war? Should not Christians support their government by joining the army and helping to wipe out the enemy? No. The 10 Commandments clearly tell us to not kill. We must honor our country without dishonoring God. Seventh-day Adventist young people who are drafted into the armed forces are encouraged to declare their non-combatancy status. This means that they will serve their country in any way possible during times of war, but without weapons. Conscientious objector, which is another name for a person who, because religious conviction, will not take up arms against another human being. Private Stanley W. Crook was a conscientious objector. He won twice the Silver Star for bravery on the battle in North Korea. Once Stanley was sent with a night patrol to seek out the enemy position. On the way, the soldiers walked into a minefield. Several were badly wounded. In full view of the enemy, Stanley gallantly did his job of caring for the wounded and the dying. On July 5th, Stanley was in the thick of the battle, under heavy fire. He helped many wounded to safety. Then he stayed behind to give plasma to an injured man. Then he was hit by enemy guns and killed. The United Army States proclaimed Stanley as a hero, but in his own words, written home after being notified of his honor, he said, "I'm not a hero. I was just doing my job the way God wanted me to do." That is what being a non-combatant is all about. Not fighting, not carrying a weapon, and not killing, but serving your country in the way God wants you to, rather than saving a life rather than taking it. With this in mind, should Christian boys and girls be playing around with towing guns and setting up mock battles? Is Jesus pleased when he says, "Is Jesus pleased when he hears someone on the playground angrily shout, 'I'll kill you'?" If God wants us to be non-combatants in war, not taking lives but saving it, don't you think he holds the same standards for our play? Bye everybody, have a great day.